Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Anik Kaur. I'm a qualified trauma-informed art therapist and I work with women who have survived abuse and gone through it. And this channel is about healing, understanding, and ultimately becoming more empowered and the best version of yourself. Yeah. So I'm going to go through the trauma abuse cycle as quickly and as in-depth as I can and kind of break it down so it makes more sense, not just to you or a survivor of abuse, perhaps your family. If they can understand you a bit more, then this video would have served its purpose. Yeah. Okay, so what can often happen at the start of an abusive relationship is something that can feel very normal in every good relationship. So he can come in with a lot of love bombing, sending you flowers, giving you flowery words, showering you with love. And who doesn't want this? What to look out for is the speed at which it's coming in. Is it proportionate to how much I know you? Are these words being said to me because you actually know me? Or are they just being showered blanket, like kind of like I'm just showering this love on you regardless of who you are. I don't know you, but I can make you feel addicted to me by giving you all of this attention. Just keep an eye on it. We're not sure yet, he could have really fallen in love with you. Why not? You're a queen. Yeah. So what the toxic part that comes in is, are there strings attached to this love? Okay, and by that I mean, does he expect that you, in order to receive his love, you have to do exactly what he says, when he says, and how he says it, right? So this means that you can't go after this career you want because it's going to disrupt the life that he has planned for you both, which is beautiful and grandiose. And you can't meet these friends because they're going to turn you against him. You can't, these family members, they're not really good for you, and he sees things that you've never seen your whole life about your family. He turns you against people, so he isolates you from the ones you love, and then he is giving you a lot of tension for doing very basic things like wanting to socialize and build your life. Okay, so what can happen after that very commonly with women and men is that in these kind of abusive relationships is the woman then makes herself small. So you allow yourself to chip away a little bit by little bit. You go into a box and you're like, okay, he's upset with me for doing this, so I'm going to change my behavior so he doesn't get upset. So we've gone from crazy amounts of love bombing to now there's tension build up. So you're like, how do I get back to the love bombing? Because I'm stuck in this tension loop and I really want that love. But okay, I'm making myself smaller, I'm contorting myself, but the tension's not really going away and I'm not really getting this love. I can't seem to access it. I'm getting further and further. So okay, maybe I'll bend myself a bit more, maybe I'll sacrifice a bit more of myself. But why do I feel so far away from this love? And then what happens is you might be like, you know what, no matter what I do, I'm still getting a lot of attention. So you might then decide, I'm going to speak up for myself, I'm going to say something, this is upsetting, I'm being controlled to a level where I can't meet anybody, I'm having to do this and this and this, and he's still angry at me, he's still blowing up at me. And then what might happen after that is a great reaction, a physical reaction. Even I've experienced and spoken to women who have then been beaten up. There's violence, there's all sorts of consequences for the reaction that are crimes against humanity, to be honest, right? So then now we've got this big huge explosion up here, and what happens after that is she might be in a state of, oh, I cannot, I'm going to leave and this is done, there's no way I can stay in this. So she's ready to walk, but now he's sensing that he's about to lose her. So then he brings her into this realm here with the love bombing again, and I love you so much and I'm so remorseful, nobody else will understand how much I love you, and nobody can give you the love I can give you, and if you tell anyone, they will just turn you against me and we can't be together forever the way I wanted to. And this is the beautiful life I planned for us, this big grandiose life that doesn't quite exist, and I don't know how I'm going to get it, but this is the life I want to give us. And then you're thinking, okay, you know what, I'll give this a chance because this is the love I was craving for so long and now I'm getting it. So okay, that's fine. And then what might happen after that is you settle for a while. It might even be peaceful, it might even be pleasurable. But then again, you've kind of stepped out of line, you're kind of going after your dreams, you're building yourself, you're finding friends, your confidence is building up. So now you're starting to realize your self-worth, and this guy ain't happy. Okay, so then there's a tension build up, and he's showing you he's tense. Okay, so you got the tension again, and then what happens is explosion. Okay, so then explosion, and you can guess what happens after that, right? We're back here at the love bombing. Now, this sounds, to someone who's never been through it, insane. Why would you go through this cycle again and again? It makes no sense. And if you've not been through it, I agree, it makes no sense. But as a qualified art therapist and trauma-informed person who has witnesses in several cases, what really happens at a physiological level is the woman gets addicted to this cycle, just like a drug addict. Yeah. So if you've never been a drug addict, it's really hard to understand why. But if you are physiologically in this loop of high highs, low lows, and then tension, and then a whole explosion, your body then reads calm as completely boring, and it needs this excitement in order to feel alive. And so even in the tension, you end up craving the love bombing. So when the explosion comes, the body actually feels huge amounts of relief, because, oh, after the explosion, I'm actually safe for a while. And then in that safety, there's a building up. And then in that whole cycle, nobody else can come in and fill this huge void that is now your life, because your heart and your soul and your mind is now addicted to this kind of toxic situation. So everything else that is calm, steady, healthy now feels very uncomfortable in your system, because it's just that it's not giving you this up and down. And I don't understand. It's like this person maybe doesn't love me, and nobody else loves me the way he does, because he's giving you this up and down feeling, right? And so it sounds misguided, but essentially it can be healed. Okay, so good news is you're not trapped in this forever. If you have stepped out of it, I want to really congratulate you. Well done, because that is not an easy feat. And if you are currently thinking of stepping out of it, well done, because that is not easy. And at every stage of this, it's not easy. It's not easy for you, it's not easy for your family or your friends. However, reaching out for support, getting one-on-one therapy in any form is very, very helpful. Art therapy, in fact, helps to uncover the unconscious trauma, that the underlying reasons why we're addicted to this in the first place, and then we can change and shift patterns as we go. So if this is something you're interested in working on one-on-one, I'm available. I'm also creating courses to help you heal from the trauma response that this kind of relationship causes. So links down below. Do subscribe to my channel so that other people can find me. I appreciate you watching. Take care, beautiful.